The employment law that I have decided to talk about today is age discrimination in employment, mostly because as we all grow older, we could run into a situation like this. So it is important for us to understand it. So age discrimination occurs when an employer treats an employee or a job applicant unfavorably because of their age. Normally, this happens to people who are about 40 years or older. But this type of discrimination is prohibited under the Age Discrimination in Employment Act, the ADEA, in the United States. So one recent case related to age discrimination in employment is Babb versus Wilkie, decided by the Supreme Court in 2019. So some of the facts about this case was that Norris Babb, the plaintiff, was a clinical pharmacist at the Department of Veterans Affairs. She alleged that she faced age discrimination when she was denied multiple promotions, despite her exceptional qualifications. Babb claimed that the VA's promotion process systematically favored younger employees over older ones. Some of the legal issues of this case was whether the federal sector provision of the Age Discrimination in Employment Act required a but-for causation standard. In other words, did the ADEA mandate that the age be the sole reason for discrimination, or would the discrimination have occurred regardless of the age? So the ruling of this case, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of Norris Babb. The rationale behind this was that the court held that the federal sector provision of the ADEA required a but-for causation standard. This means that in the case of age discrimination, the plaintiff must show that the age was the sole reason for the adverse employment action, and the action would not have occurred in the absence of age-based discrimination. So some implications from this case is that the decision strengthens age discrimination protection for federal employees. It sets a higher standard of proof for age discrimination claims, making it harder for employees to defend against such allegations. This ruling emphasizes fair hiring and promotion practices, urging employers to avoid age as a determining factor in employment decisions. This case reminds businesses to review policies and compliance with anti-discrimination laws applicable to all employees, including those in the private sector. It is essential to create a workspace that respects and values employees of all ages.